Hello ladies and gentlemen to Apex Online Racing. My name is Ethan Graham, also known as VSR Rotary, and welcome along to the second round of the AOR Renault Clio Cup Filler League. Now obviously last week we were at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for races 1 and 2 for round 1. And very action-packed races, and we're at the land of the rising sun, Japan, at Sakitto Sprint. So let's just go over the circuit itself. Sakitto Sprint. Sakitto is a fictional or Slightly Mad Studios rendition of the famous Suzuka GP circuit. Obviously Honda's testing facility or testing circuit. We're using the shorter version of the circuit, but we've got the dumbed down S's, we've got the Degners, and we got a very interesting chicane at the rear end of the circuit. Now the drivers, we've got all the drivers here today. A few seem to be struggling on joining the session, which is a bit of a shame. Still got some of those issues from last weekend. Unfortunately, Britain has been struck by a few weather storms. A lot of horrific weather has been striking the British Isles lately, so the connections may differ and fluctuate quite a bit, so I do apologise for that, but nonetheless we will soldier on. Again, once I'm by myself, unfortunately no other commentators available to participate with me during the Filler League, mainly because the ones who usually do commentary are actually racing as a part of their kind of like break, so I've filled in to allow them to have a bit of a cool off before the next GT3 season gets going again. So Sakitto, it's in the land of the rising sun, Japan, which is known for its weather systems, and of course it wouldn't be normal without some weather in the race. Obviously the first 20-minute race we've got dry weather, and then in the second race we've got rain, which I believe is going to go throughout the entire race, so that's going to be cool to see how the cars will handle in the tricky conditions, the wet slippery conditions. But we're still waiting for the race to get going, well, qualifying at least to get going. We are struggling to get started, it seems. There's been a lot of connection issues and lobby restarts today, so just some minor issues plaguing us at the moment, which is a shame, but is what it is. Just going to get the results of the last weekend, so just bear with me. Meanwhile, those who are wondering about what's going on in the world, obviously we've got Formula One's latest car launches. Obviously we had Ferrari yesterday, we've had Renault kind of tease their car, and obviously we've had Red Bull today release their car too. We've got McLaren coming up tomorrow, we've got Mercedes, and obviously AlphaTauri. We've got Sport Pacer Racing coming soon as well. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and still keeping with Formula One. Unfortunately the Chinese GP has been postponed due to the coronavirus outbreak that's going on around the world. Bit of unfortunate events going on, but you gotta do what you gotta do to keep your people safe and keep events safe and all that, so I think it's the right choice to postpone it for now. Maybe they might bring it back later on. If you think they're going to bring back the Chinese GP later on in the calendar, put down when you think that will take place, because I reckon it will take place after Japan, just for the logistics of that, because obviously there's a lot of logistics going on with Formula One. In terms of gaming related stuff, Ian Bell has recently tweeted that Project Cars 3 is coming along very nicely. Everything is going according to plan, and there's going to be some news regarding the game coming soon, which is great to see. So we're finally going to get some more information about the next iteration of the Project Cars franchise coming soon, hopefully. Obviously the next game being worked on by Codemasters as well, so it's going to be really cool to see what's coming with that game. But we're finally getting into qualifying. While that loads, we will go over the current driver standings. Obviously Jazzman took 2 dominant victories last week at Barcelona with 70 points, followed by his former teammate in GT3, Tennis, on 63 points, and then the Kaiser in 3rd, JR Lock and Load in 4th, Mr. Kozlowski in 5th, Alessio in 6th, VSR MC Wolfman in 7th after quite a disappointing weekend. Obviously, his third place will be reinstated after he got a 30-second penalty that was not justified, so he'll have third place reinstated to him. In 8th is Vectro, 9th is Burno, Archil suffered a DNF last time out. He's in 10th, Evil Dragon in 11th, Chechump in 12th, 13th is Lek, 14th Dan, 15th Schwantz, and then Yuzi did not even start last week. We've got 13 drivers here today, unfortunately not a full grid, but still decent numbers nonetheless, so it's hopefully going to give us some good racing. The Kaiser sits third in the championship. You can see getting the rear end out there. Sakitto, like Daytona, is a very, very eye-catching circuit. It's got a lot of scenery and beautiful landscaping in the background, and most notably the high mountains. Obviously, Suzuka not located anywhere like this. Obviously, this is a fictional circuit deep in the Japanese valleys and forests, I'm guessing, because it looks completely out of... It looks like it's in the middle of Endor Forest in Star Wars. You see Kaiser going through where the hairpin would be, and then down onto where, well, kind of past 130R, on the inside of 130R, into this, I gotta say, horrid chicane. Not really nice to drive through, but if you look at it right, you can gain a lot of time. Just jump on board Kaiser for a lap, go on the